big high five, Doctor.
Here we go again.
Another year, 2012. Yeah, welcome. It's the Dr. Professor Fantasy Show. This is the Lone Star Gladiators segment. And you know what? Welcome back to all of you. Great team of owners. There's 10 of us. We love it. It's 2012. We're all dreaming about that Super Bowl fantasy title. And hopefully we're all going to get there. And you know, Doctor, what a great lineup of owners we've got this year.
We got the best owners. We're one of the best and probably one of the premier leagues in the country when it comes to fantasy football. We've been around for a long time now. And of course, we're very exclusive. This year, part of the exclusivity, myself, Rick Otley, Dr. Reno. Of course, you know I'm an Alamo Eagle. And then we have Mario Rios with the Gunslingers. We're always up there. This guy always a little bit higher than me. I'm going to try to change that this year. You know, I like what David Strahan does. Every year he's up there with those Kiwi Deaf Tourette's, Mario.
You know, the Kiwi Deaf Tourette's, you know, Strahan, he has quarterback Aaron Rodgers, and he also has Brandon Lloyd, wide receiver from the New England Patriots. Oh my gosh, his whole team's built around that. So, you know, and last year that team was the team that scored the most offensive points in the league.
Yeah.
And went to the Super Bowl, but didn't win it. But, you know, my gosh, what a powerhouse he put together last year. So they're back for another year, the Kiwi Deaf Tourette's.
I know those guys. They gave me fits, and they're probably one of the top favorites this year once again. Going down the list, we got Suarez with his Gators. Sometimes that team doesn't score as much as we'd like to see them score, but Ed always puts together a good draft. What do you see him doing this year?
You know, Ed Suarez, the voice of the UTSA Football Roadrunners.
Inside there right now.
That's where we're at, Alamo Dome, right behind us. But with that said, you know, he has Phillip Rivers, the quarterback for San Diego, Maurice Jones, the Jacksonville running back, and Steve Smith, the wide receiver from Carolina. The triplets, if you will, for the Gators. Hey, the Gators are a force to be reckoned with in 2012, Doctor.
They sound old, but hopefully they won't be cold. And then we got the Purple Rain, Mari Vasquez. Great sports guy, knows his football, but you know what? He's always been a bridesmaid in this league. Not even that, actually. Doesn't do that well. Maybe this is his year. What do you think?
You know, the Purple Rain and Maury Vasquez, he's the guru when it comes to finding those gems. And you know, right now he's got Eli Manning, the defending Super Bowl quarterback champion from the Giants, the New York Football Giants, and Ray Rice, the running back from Baltimore. Builds his team around that, and you know the Purple Rain can really do some damage this year. So, Maury, we're getting a little scared, but we know that, you know, you're going to be out there doing some damage as well.
Yeah, we're never going to take him lightly. Over this guy, Sal Salazar. What a nice guy and what a great team with those TD Freaks. What do you see happening from them this year, Maury?
The TD Freaks, you know, they had the #1 pick in our draft in the summer. You know, we met at that Perico's Mexican restaurant in San Antonio, Texas, and you know, little props for them. Good Tex-Mex food for those of you who are interested.
Yeah.
But you know, Matthew Stafford is his quarterback from Detroit. Arian Foster, Houston running back, and AJ Green, the Cincy wide receiver. My gosh, the TD Freaks, look out. They might just freak us all out in 2012.
Yeah, I shared with this guy here, Mario, before we shot this, that I kind of fear Salazar. I think he's going to have a big year this year. And then we got Pete, of course, and he's got his Mud Dogs. And those guys are always in there, and of course he's going to give us fits as always.
You know, and Pete's always trying to change things, Doctor. And this year
likes to trade.
He does. He's a trade king, but not only that, he changed his team name this year from the Mud Dogs. And this is just in, this is actually breaking news. He changed his team name to the Texas Team Extreme. So there you go. When you see that team, it's the Mud Dogs. Pete Barson is. And you know, Pete has Cam Newton at quarterback and Andre Johnson.
I love that.
Wide receiver from the Texans. Another serious team to look out for in 2012.
Everybody's going to be competitive the way it looks right now. And then, of course, Joey Mendoza's with those chupacabras. Oh, my goodness. Talk about animals. His team, he gives me fits. I hate playing this guy.
My gosh, you know, Joey Mendoza, the chupacabras, I don't know how he does it. I mean, he is the defending league champion. He won it all in 2011, had a regular season record of 7 wins, got into the playoffs as a wild card, and just got hot. He is the New York Giants of our league. Just got hot at the right time. Chupacabras are coming back with Peyton Manning at quarterback from Denver, Chad Johnson, the wide receiver, Megatron from Detroit, and Roddy White, the wide receiver from Atlanta. Hey, another good players to defend the league title with. And Joey, another team to look out for, Doctor, in 2012.
And then there's that Vic Cavazos, you know, and he's got my guy in there, McCoy. I wanted McCoy so bad. He's built his team around McCoy, and the tool might be the winner this year. How do you see that?
You know, Vic Cavazos, you know, he's been every year better, getting better and better and climbing. And you know what, you're right, he has LaShawn McCoy. You can't go wrong with that. He was the #4 pick on a lot of radar screens for a lot of fantasy drafts this past season. But you know what? McCoy He has Tony Romo. I consider him the fantasy king among quarterbacks, but that's debatable. But he's right up there.
Romo looked good.
And Giants with Nix, and well, actually he has both Giants receivers, Nix and Cruz. Nix and Cruz, Romo and McCoy.
He's an NFC East kind of guy.
Oh my gosh. Watch out for the tool.
We'll see what happens there. And then finally, last but not least, of course, we have a new owner this year, Ronnie Suarez. And he's going to keep that Frijoles name, of course, in honor of our dearly departed brother, Rick Bocanegra. And I know you wanted to address that, Mario.
Absolutely. Rick was a good man. He founded the Los Frijoles 4 years ago, and he'll be deeply missed in our league. And his spirit is still with us now. You can just feel it. And it's good to have his brother-in-law, Ronnie Suarez, part of that and the owner of that team. Ronnie kept his quarterback. Rick picked this quarterback a year ago, and Ronnie kept him. Pardon me. He kept the quarterback from the Frijoles, which is Drew Brees, the New Orleans quarterback. Drew Brees, my gosh, another fantasy super stud.
Got one of the best.
For sure. And then Ronnie picked up Jamal Charles, Kansas City running back. Fred Jackson, one of my favorites, the Buffalo running back. And Aaron Hernandez,
he's a good
New England tight end. I mean, that guy is a rising star in the NFL for sure. And you know what? Ronnie Suarez, look out, look out. Things are getting kind of crazy with his team too. He could do something.
Well, I love this time of year. We're all even. There's nowhere to go but up. 0-0 for everyone. It's going to be a great year this year. I'm looking forward to it again, Mario.
Absolutely. And I got to say, the Eagles and the Dr. Reno with Darren McFadden and Chris Johnson from Tennessee, and then the Gunslingers, I've got Tom Brady and DeMarco Murray. Hey, you know what? I like our chances too.
We could be there. We could be there again at the end. You never know. It's been a while since we played each other in a big, meaningful game that counts.
Absolutely. Looking forward to that if that could happen. But you know what? It's anybody's title in 2012. We wish you all the best of luck. We're glad to have all the Lone Star Gladiator owners back. We're in front of the Alamo Dome. We're in San Antonio, Texas.
UTSA,
this is a homegrown fantasy football league. You got the doctor and the professor giving you the good words. Work that waiver wire and don't forget to trade. 2012, strength and honor.
Pay your dues.
Please.
All right.